Hello, everybody. Welcome to an episode of the War Room. Yes, guys, welcome. Thank you for joining the War Room tonight. It's Saturday, October 11th, 2025. Guys, we're going to be joined here tonight by Liz, Miss Karen, supposed to come, 411, and your host, JPU. Thank you for joining. I hope everybody is having a fantastic weekend. I hope everybody is doing well. So, how are you guys doing tonight? I hope you all are doing well. Guys, based on feedback that we've been getting, overall feedback from we first started out here on the YouTube platform to now, people have been referring to us women as the women who are shaking up Jamaica's politics. Now, I don't know if you guys agree with that, but I hope so because I sure feel so. I think that is a fair statement to make. Um, Liz, I cannot for something wrong with your thing there, Liz. Me can't add you. I don't know if me have to go call you, but the people them want to hear you tonight. So try to jump out and come back in. So guys, if you have not already, please hit the like button and share the live with somebody. Good night, moderator. Welcome back. Good night, everybody. There's quite a bit to talk about. You guys have not heard the other ladies on the matter of Warmington, who, by the way, have the biggest talking at the parliament. And him can do that because he have the most votes. You haven't heard Karen in particular and Mr. Buchanan gone back a courthouse. Liz, I'm gonna have to call you because it's still not working. I don't know why. I'll call you on WhatsApp. We haven't heard the ladies yet on the PNP bloggers crying about their money and all these things. We also have something, well, I have something to say about Miss Chung, and we're also going to talk a bit about the situation in Venezuela. Opposition leader just got the Nobel Peace Prize, which is very interesting. So I am going to call Liz on WhatsApp, guys, because Liz seemed to be having some technical difficulty, and the other ladies will join us in the studio. We have not heard from Liz in quite some time. You guys requested Liz to join, and we got her to come in. So, Liz, answer your WhatsApp. Big up everybody in the chat, guys. Welcome. Yes, Liz, good night.
Well, there's an echo.
Probably because you have your thing on here where you join me in the studio. So you want to turn that off. Or I can remove it. I think I can remove it.
You do that because it probably
Okay.
may go over there. Yeah.
All right. So welcome, Liz. The people over here, they've been asking about you. I tell them say they did Japan at the championship. Are you back now? So heal up everybody and make we get right into it.
All right. Good night, everybody. I hope you all enjoying yourselves. And yes, I was in a first world country, the only first world country I visited, because England and France not really ready yet. Based on I live in Japan. Yeah.
So you had a good time over there?
Excellent.
Okay.
I went specifically to see Obliqueville when as I coined the slogan from no medal to gold medal, and I saw Lavron, I saw quite a few athletes who I went to see. I saw them running, you know.
Oh, that's nice. And I'm so happy for Oblique after his
Yeah,
performance
man.
in Paris. That was a bit of a disappointment, but he made a comeback like never seen before.
No, but it started in Japan, you know, first. What was it? Olympics fourth in the
Mm-hmm.
final, fourth again. It's the world right now is the best sprinter on the globe. Uh, The best
You know,
sprinter.
me feel him can broke. You see in record though?
Yeah, man. You seen himself, sister. Too.
Oh,
He has. His speed is great. His start is great. And he's very explosive at the finish. Right now, he's the world's best sprinter, but he was
yeah.
having issues with ingrown nails and stuff like that.
And
And you know,
you think him
yeah.
coach
So
can make it happen?
yeah, man, it is going to happen. Remember, the coach has been saying for the last 3 years, you know, please be patient, be patient. He's like young, Sam, around 24.
Oh, all right. Well,
So
as long as it's a next Jamaican broke the record, nothing wrong.
yeah, man. I know when him beat up Lies, nothing, him beat Lies, them beat about what? 6 times, 7 times, and the only time Lies running front time was at the Olympic Games last year when
Yeah.
he cramp up on me.
Lies are all news. Nobody him have to go third. He can't match up them that season. Yeah. But Liz, we don't hear from you from the election. Were you in the country when the election run?
Yeah, man, I voted on the third and I left the 3 days later. I left for Japan. Yeah, and I voted. You see, I had to be in the country, you know, because first and foremost, Jamaica is very grateful. On the Thursday, the 23rd of September, 2021, Dayton Campbell said, "Oh, it's nobody. It's only 6 of them." But ladies, I'd like you don't understand the tremendous work you did because Andrew Holness is Prime Minister of Jamaica for the third time, not because of Andrew work as government, but because of the work done by yourself, Natalie Spark, Michelle Stern, and Karen Cross, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't know it, but the island-wide, the global impact you had on stopping Mark Golding, who was born in England, from not becoming Minister of Finance, and Peter Bunting not becoming Prime Minister of Jamaica, has been tremendously successful. And the Jamaican people appreciate it.
I the first me you say saying all this, but thank you.
No, man, I've been saying it. You see, I grew up, I was schooled very effectively and efficiently in the People's National Party, the People's National Party I know of, grew up in. And Norman Manley is pleased, Michael Manley is pleased of the work done. Because as I say, you ladies don't understand the impact you have created, you have the work you have done.
Yeah.
Because right now in Trelawney, in Westmoreland, there is aggressive sexual harassment. The councillor for the Savannah Mar Division, she covered Julian Chung,
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Chung married, is under tremendous harassment from Dwayne Vaz, the mayor, and another councillor.
So what make you say a sexual harassment?
Yeah, man, a sexual harassment, man, because our workers are being killed and stuff like that. You know?
You know, a
Yeah,
long
man,
time from she support Lisa, me see them harass her. Me, why she not cross the floor, man? Better she cross the floor.
No. It's not all the time you must walk away and leave the devil. So you gotta be on the inside also. You need warriors on the inside.
Suppose the woman don't want to fight with them, she just want to serve.
No, but she is. She's standing her ground. She is. She's standing her ground, and that's a good part. Look here. The one that died in the crash, you know. We are going to die, but some of you grow and some of you stay. I'm not cheat. The one that died in the crash, I think Petersfield councillor.
Yeah.
He worse than them 3 years, you know. He was worse than them 3 years. And somehow, Mother Nature, God, whatever, take him out our way. The same thing I'm going to reach them too.
Mm-mm.
Because if you're paying attention, I said, ladies don't understand the tremendous work gonna do for this country and maintaining the sovereignty of this country.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well,
You understand?
I humbly
Because
accept.
England wants to recolonize us, and the person they were hoping to do it through is not just Mark Golan on defeat or PG or Bunty, It's not just them on defeat England too. Uno no know it now, but uno defeat England because England have big plans to come back down here, come take control.
Mm-hmm.
And by beating Mark Golden, man, uno do a tremendous job. Uno dep on the radar,
What kind of radar?
Uno dep on the English government radar, uno dep on the American government radar.
Oh,
Uno dep on the
yeah, man. JP, you wanna hear that with the pan radar?
Yeah, man. It's a hell of a piece of work gonna put on, and stop them. Yeah.
Lord.
Stop
Then Liz, yesterday we had the inauguration.
Yes, I saw the picture. May I listen to the program when me in Japan,
Oh.
In my Navy house, I have the Wi-Fi. Yeah, cause me buy service, but my service only can use a certain junction.
Okay.
So me listen to about 2 hours because our 14 hours difference. So when on the on, like the next day, like on the on Saturday night or Sunday morning for me.
Oh.
So them want me to listen.
Okay. So, what do you think about the 28th seat now? The PNP are the risers. Them say them pick up 28th seat, and me say them a celebrate defeat because all me hear them a talk about we did have 14 and Marky G we got 28. You don't think so them a government?
Okay, Mark Jefferson Golden was born in London like his sister, 2 years after his sister. He was born in London, England. Peter Bunting and PG and all of them. The King set a precedent in 2020. They spent profusely billions of Jamaican dollars and took 15 seats of Dr. Phillips, leading the PNP at the time. They took 15 seats of Dr. Phillips. 15. And of course, I'm going to say something. Give me a cut me a ball out, but Dr. Bloomfield's murder was no accident. And these men, one day, them going to pay feet for them, and what them know. And they paid for those 15 seats to have been lost. For example, Richard Azan defeated Enriquez in 2020 general election. Richard Azan. He won the seat. And what Richard Azan did was to tell the returning officer to stop the counting and give the seat to Enriquez.
Okay. All right. So the 28. So we think them delusional in celebrating the 28th seat.
Very, very delusional because they gave away. They told 15 MP to give up their seats, and they only won back 14 because they didn't get back North Trelawney. Them don't get back Central Kingston either. So amongst those two, so you see. Mark Golan is what you call it now. Was laser focused on gaining power, control, because in the 90s when they were being made into billionaires by the massive amount of deals, Twitter deals they got from the then Prime Minister, PG and the Minister of Finance, Omar Davis, who are the richest man in Jamaican politics, them riches is a shame. And out of that clique now, the statement came, Mark Golan was going to be Minister of Finance and of Public Service. He was going to control the purse string of the country. Peter Bunting was going to be Prime Minister, and Christopher Daring was going to be telecommunication. So they would control the bloodline of the country. Peter Bunting, Prime Minister, Mark Golding, Minister of Finance, and they're in control of communication. What comes out to the public and what comes in, media houses, etc. They even went as far and started, because they made Jamaican people only know half of the story. The man, them rich, the country, them rotten rich, rotten rich. That's why Bunting has 700. I'd love to go visit one day again. I hope Karen go back down there. It's Mr. Ives. Mr. Ives went up against 700 million Jamaican dollars and lost by only 523 votes, no? Yes, Peter Bunting. Peter Bunting never do much campaigning, no. Because Peter Bunting attitude is him can buy him way. Taximen on the election day, taximen was paid 30,000 per trip. The amount of people them carry to the police, 30,000. $700 million spent against Mr. Ives, and he only lost by 523 votes.
And the same thing him did try by the PNP.
Yeah, man. And people don't understand what the work that you guys do. That's why I'm hoping I get recognition on Heroes Day, 18th of my birth month, the greatest month. I must get recognition because Andrew Owens is beholden to honor. Right?
I think so.
Yeah, look here, as I say, I don't understand. I can't gonna win. Well, not that I'm not enjoying it, right? But as every woman turn, and I'm go, she's gonna come home too. Before I go away, I'm gonna ask, she's gonna come home. Hey, at least that, and Ray, and Natalie, and Michelle, and Karen, and Aloka, and she, miserable, yes. But the impact, right? The impact on made on the political stage was so profound that Jamaicans all over the even think they want to come back come talk to now.
Who does?
Shirley, sharing it. You understand?
True.
All of them. Yeah, man, all of them people want to come back and be a friend and talk to and but to make them wake up the consciousness and make the people understand you cannot give this man power. You cannot make this British man in born in England. Him no born, the man lie till him sick stomach in born in England 2 years after him sister.
Okay. So where you say go on now for the next 5 years? And then 411 good night. Me let you in Michelle. The next 5 years, you have any anything to say about where you think the direction and what may happen for the PNP? Because you see Mark Golding come back after him lose the election. Him say him not step down or not step down yet. So the people are of the view now that he's gonna be staying.
All right. Now what first of all is acting based on what PJ is telling him. But first of all, what he did this time around, the first time he was allowed to incidentally to the public. It is true. They can check it for themselves. If you don't know anybody working in a electoral office down Duke Street, and they can squeeze them, pinch them, and ask them. They can find him ballot. He voted for Delroy Chuck again. He voted today, KD Knight daughter. And he must cuss in. The fact of the matter is, what he did was they hide the day of the nomination, right? And then suddenly on the day, you hear the criminal, he might go rape again too, in a eastern Portland, Westmoreland. He might go rape again too.
Oh, that daytime?
Yes, man, he might go rape. It can't come out like in a bloodline. He might go rape underage girl again in a Westmoreland. It's a pure turmoil. As I say, a pure turmoil in a Westmoreland right now. And yeah, man, a pure turmoil are going, man. Them a kill off the councillor lady, them, the rise of them, Dwayne Vaz, the mayor, and the other one, and the one where dead, crash and dead, and date and the night too. And when him heals, them a kill off the lady worker them.
First me I hear this. So which lady worker did recently?
how much she got? She lose about 2 cause this week. Since this week, them kill her next one. She dip on the scene. She go. Yeah, man, them a kill her for her work of them.
You're talking about Julian Chang's workers?
Yes, man, them a kill her for her work of them and harass her wicked.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I
So
know I'm not
in
really
turn,
hear them talk public about what their issue is with her. It's not her work ethic that's a problem.
no, them
So
just a label her and them have all them imagine them gone in our division, gone have meeting. She's supposed to be the chairman of our division. And them gonna have all meeting behind our back.
mm-mm.
And it'll get out of control.
So I have to go call police and now make them alert down there.
Yeah, well, it's not. She shouldn't really do it already too, and as counselor, thing that they make them pay scale bad. I had to secure to not police, but to legal gentlemen plain clothes. Them don't even know them, and yeah, man, they should don't. And she must run. Do like Lisa, stand up, although Lisa retire and walk leave them. Don't run, stay there. Because she might just end up with the mayor and everything. It's a despicable group, and as I say, he sneaked in again. Because him, he's obsessed too. He want out the Peter Phillips and everything, but nobody don't want him. And he got the most backward country on the face of the earth, the English people.
Wow, man, come talk it over here when it's actual.
Yeah. They're the most backward set of people. And what them use, them cold-blooded. And them use all kind of means that trick and talk about a diplomatic talk. But him is a bugo yaga, him lie, him thief. And him want come impose for himself from PMP, right? Because what the British realize is that them have the JLP and control, the PMP them should have crushed and adapt them come to do with using him and PJ them used to put him there. But how they did the challenge, how them do the nomination is another piece of data.
Which nomination?
Then that man said nobody never know him. He just hear the next year say
he was
nominated.
Him said the 28 people them 28 much in 27 MP sign him on except one. 26, except one with the overseas. So wait the list. Me I hear one look at something say the PNP did have one conference, private session in a September. I choose them a keep public session November.
Why you don't even know nothing was going. Now it's not the PNP. All right, let me tell you what me here. Me here say what was it? Them have a meeting. The comrade MP, them have a meeting and did a plan for moving.
Oh.
They would want to move, yes. And it's not, I don't think it's so much people.
The NEC member them?
No, man. The MP them.
Oh, the MP them.
Yes, some of them would want to move him. If you notice, when run, it wasn't a PMP campaign, The general election was not. You never had any PMP campaign. You had a Mark Golding campaign. The two ad where them run on TV was about Mark Golding. Him stand up and look up in the sky about a red, white, and blue tie with a blue two-piece, and I put him on over and chest, and he must say the national pledge. But the campaign, the whole campaign, you never hear nothing about the PMP accomplishment. You never hear nothing about the history of the PMP, how the PMP relate to the masses. Nothing. It was all about selling Mark Golding. And the people reject that comprehensively because of the World Cup.
Yeah, the fee said the JLP win the election, Liz?
And you see, if you remember when I was on the program earlier on, and you asked me the night, how much seat you think me think them are going to win? I said to you, at first I say, them can win back all 49 if them do the work, because enough of them MP them. I think that, but if them not win back 49, if you can go try find it. Then them can win about 35. Right? I said that. But there was no going on the road and go around, especially in Manchester with Mr. Ives. You could have said the JLP I go win back the election because the JLP, the PMP was not out there campaigning, and if you was noting well, certain MP you never see them on no platform with him at all. You understand? You never see them never go to certain sitting MP. You never see them nowhere too tough with him. So and the campaign was mediocre. You know, the campaign was very, very, very mediocre. And he has no what you call it now? He doesn't have any political personality. He doesn't fit into the PNP space. He has no him doing a presentation. Every time him come at the mic him take the mic on a platform. Yo, my there. That is not how you address people in a political campaign. You don't do that. And when you go into a division, you seldom invite you as a leader to a division or a conference. You go in, the meeting is on. When your turn comes to speak, you then address the chairman, the secretary, this, that. That's how you do it. And then you have your topics or your subheading of your presentation line out, whether in a paper or in your brain. But you never get that. Run with the pies in there, man. Yeah, I'm there. You are belittling.
So, Lisa, how are the pies? How are the pies? How we make our pies?
Well, people like Karen Cross, Lisa Anna, and several like that, big name, them walk, believe it. Him, I tell you, say, oh, you must be on a campaign. Yeah, campaign. All this and now, man, get up and say, hey, make sure you don't go in their mouth, you know, for them things. You're in a campaign for a general election, wanting to be the Prime Minister of Jamaica, or the Minister of Finance, or your friend, they think say, he's going to be the Prime Minister. And you going to go on a public platform in the middle of a campaign, a national campaign for state power, and telling the crowd, well, I'm going to get you that poison them and I'm run them away, I'm run them out of PNP. And the people them must say, how this, how that? You run the people that call them poison. Lisa Anna, born at St. Mary, represent the country at 18, with Miss Roy, was very eloquent. And you are called Karen Cross, born in a PNP, build a whole community, a mother, president of the YO, and you come and tell people, say, you run them with your poison. You don't know for regional gap. You don't know for sit down and have a serious political discourse explanation. You can't politically educate the masses. You can't get more than 50 people at the divisional conference, maybe 100 at the constituency conference, at the MP, them and the candidate them. When you go, there was no presentation, none, 6th division, and there was no presentation of the candidates per division, per region. At no point, the mass rally was supposed to take place down Cross Road. That was a joke. The whole thing was mediocre, stupid, backward, too typical English, and the most backward set of people on the planet. And that was what. And if the MPs, I'm going to sit down there with him.
Then they must sit down 5 years already, Liz.
No, them can't. Them can't serious.
They don't say that out for going.
He has absolutely nothing. No, me I look for some sort of special delegate. Well, when you can get back there, because the whole delegate thing again, that corrupt, that nasty, that nobody. Right now, you have it starts in the garden house in daytime can compete with Damien Crawford. And
why you say that? Why you say that?
Yeah, man, I watch the clip on TV. Come and watch a parliamentary proceeding and Damien get up and make I was saying so contributing to a debate going on about the committee. And him, when Damien get up, him jump up after and he has been doing so from the first time they were there together, and he has been trying to compete with Damien, but he can't compete. No, I am hoping, if I may be allowed to, I am hoping Damien constituencies under I think that is where the 6 5 persons were killed. I'm hoping Damien don't show spinelessness and run again. Because it will be tragic if him go in there and win it, him run with Graham and him win it. Unfortunately, what happened to the people him can't bring them back. But I hope him don't decide for only the constituency again. You understand? But it will be ludicrous for having all right. Look what happened to Norman Scott. He might go to court. The mayor, another riser, the former mayor of Morant Bay, them add one more charge for him. So what is really happening if them ain't open yet is that this man is a disaster. This white English, London-born Englishman is a disaster. He has nothing to offer. Him don't know nothing about the PMP. He doesn't know anything at all about the politics. He doesn't know how to make a presentation. So it will be impossible, to be ludicrous to sit down there with him for even another 6 months. They must shake up the organization now. And with all of them, because them same pay $500,000 forget the nomination, say him a leader. But him not have no use, there's no sense of purpose with him being there. Because the People's National Party, for the 4 years when they has done nothing for the masses. Absolutely nothing for the masses. And that is not the PMP.
All right. Well, thank you, Liz. Me could hear what the other ladies them say. Welcome, Karen and 411. Welcome.
Howdy.
How are you guys?
War Room family.
Yes.
Everybody family, howdy.
Yes. So, boy, I really want to hear one of you say about Warmington's performance in the parliament. First sitting of parliament. What a performance, see?
Well, it look like Simon joined the backbench after all. I did tell him around there comfortably now, and it looked like he believe it.
Karen. Because it look like the rest of them never did read the manual. Them never understand what going on in there. Them can't interpret the standing orders. I mean, the whole thing was uncomfortable, really.
Good night, everyone. JPU 411, all the royalists them on the live. Welcome to the war room. Everybody good?
Yeah, man, you there?
So what going?
Yeah, we are saying Warmington's performance last week Tuesday we're gone. Did you see it?
Yeah, but Mr. Warmington have a clear understanding of what his job is, Him is the most powerful man in the parliament. Not the speaker. Not the prime minister.
Powerful.
Mr. Warmington is the most powerful man in the parliament. Him not have no ministry. Him not have nobody for answer to except the 11,000 plus people who vote for him. And them want him to go to parliament and go out with excitement. I'm sorry, I never have a vote for Mr. Warmington. Trust me. I'm telling you. And he did perform for them. But I don't know. I think over that side is a whole heap of clown, and they have not figured out yet which clown will perform on which day. So they don't know. Everybody look lost and without purpose. Them still look a little bit uneasy. And I don't know for them reading them body language throughout this session of parliament. I don't know if it's know them and know what to do or say, or them afraid to do or say anything for fear that Mark might not like it. I don't know if it's them still suffering from depression because them supposed to win. Dan Anderson said them a win. Dayton Campbell said them a win. Him go at NEC meeting last week Sunday and him tell the people them said them win. That the general secretary of the PMP.
Why? Weird, Karen. What do you mean by him telling people them say them win? So the people never debate when the election go on.
The NEC meeting and tell the NEC we have won. And then when the leader get up to speak, him say we did not win, we lost because I'm not prime minister. Bop.
Eh.
Finally, the man will come soon. So
Come
he
on,
did
come
win
on.
because
Oh,
he's
hold on.
not
The
prime
people in their life.
minister.
The people need for life to set up a brap. Mark Golding said, we did not win. We did not win. We lost. I am not the next prime minister of Jamaica. The brap it up about brap.
No, sir. So data, so
No,
data,
like,
them things that the
didn't
people
can't pick that
them.
up. Sorry, not you go.
No,
Well,
go
But
on.
I
Tell me,
heard
can
that.
never see it.
I heard that when Dayton said that a couple of people are whom here. Oh, Dirty Nasty. When name down at Westford with a girl in sabotage. I'm waiting for her to sabotage him again. You see, when name we care feelings, we care pussy feelings. Julian Chang.
doing bad, doing
Doing
bad.
bad. I hear say him get up and say we did not win.
So worries in the camp.
Words I can't remember. Date that said them win. Marcus said them no win, and then I am in an uncomfortable position where I see well-thinking PNP people all over the place, and them still a think, well, we did lose. We won 14 seats, and I don't know if I argue with that because then the people have PhD in that stupidity, you can't win. Then the people them have a PhD in that dunceness, you
Mm.
can't win. So I don't even know how to argue with that. Yeah, so so them leadership is kind of scattered as to what them do, and I think that's why the reason why them look so solemn in the parliament
Oh.
because them still depressed. Them trying to figure out in their mind each of them individually, and then when you see them collectively in the parliament, it look like a chorus. I mean, it look like an orchestra. Them trying to figure out but I thought that that didn't say we are going to win. I thought that the day of election we were 3 points ahead. I thought Dayton Campbell said that when the police and the soldiers and everybody don't vote, we were leading in 47 constituencies. So I don't understand. That's the look on them face. Me not get it. Does him look very bewildered? I'm not supposed to be over here, so I'm supposed to be over there. So I'm supposed to have a car, and everybody's supposed to be talking about Minister Dawes.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody looking dumbfounded. What happened? Like them still try to figure out what happened.
Like them at a
Them,
funeral. Then. Look to me like
eh?
them think them at a funeral.
Yes, they look at him at a funeral, them and know what happened. And nobody just seems to providing them with a proper argument. The donors, Matalan and him Jewish crew and the rest of them that was stupid enough to give them this whole heap of money. Those donors met with them and said to them, say, the strategy never work.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear that Angela Brown workers, I'm also the next the pedophile him say one say, but the strategy worked. It was working. If it wasn't for those three women,
Lord have mercy.
it
In,
worked.
in call with him?
Yeah, man, they call with him. Well, that's the three women. Yeah, they call with him. Well, them certainly call mine. But but I mean, them say the strategy was working. And I'm saying to one of the big with them in there. But I do understand. It's because I don't want to lie. Because I mean, I do understand businessmen like Matalan and Bignell. Tell them they are
Yes.
idiots. You know that. You know that they make their money by being idiots and rob poor people and jack up prices. Because they're not smart. Because what smart businessman would have look at that bunch of riffraff and believe that Jamaican people going to elect them to run country
Me glad
and
you said that, you know,
invest
Karen. Me glad
and
you said that.
invest your money in a them. What kind of businessman could you possibly be except that you're a criminal like all of the businessmen in the country? Except you
Me,
find ways and means to hustle and beat down black people and make more money off of it. How do them not smart?
one of our subscribers explained it because me I try ask people from Wednesday how a man like Matalan and them people they could have looked on them money and give them so much money. The man come over here and say, listen, it's politics. They have a stake in it. They want something from it. They might put on the money. Mister, but you can't bet on a losing. Me used to go over track, over track on Wednesday and Saturday sometimes. Yes. And the man now just come put no money for any house. I like me I tell.
No, sir.
Yeah,
But
man.
they use the fake pool and the illusion of them winning to fool them supposedly successful businessmen. These are supposedly successful businessmen who supposed to can read a tea leaf and know if the Dow go down and know if the SIP going up and know that which stock are go down. How come they never see this?
because
That's the thing
they
that
are motivated by greed, just like those
oh
people who put their money in a certain things, even when it
Mm,
obviously not. I never forget the time when Cash Plus, every night from about February, every single night there was an argument. The people are beat down the door, then can't get the money. And up to October when the lady director, I think she was the accountant, put them in receivership, voluntary receivership, right? Them
mm,
had, when I went in and look at the accounts, them said in February, them had 4,000 something accounts, right? And you see, after every single night, when the media talk about the people now get the money, they were also saying what the scheme was about. You would get 10% on your money every month. Nobody not
mm.
here not about the fact that nobody now get the money, You know how much accounts themselves they found in Orient in by October? 40 something thousand. You hear
so
that?
them careless investment that them
When police and the
do.
soldiers them went and lock it down, right?
So you're saying
One
that's the
man was
same thing matter like
beating,
them practice.
one man was beating down the door and a cuss out for bother than telling him to open the door, climb up $150,000 to put in there. That is what I'm talking about. When a person is motivated by greed, they see nothing else. So whatever
Mm-mm.
it is that they were offered must involve some amount of riches for themselves or them companies. That is
Talking
perhaps
about
the
money.
reason.
Talking about money, Karen.
Mm.
We have a situation where a man who did over there with the risers them and the PNP come out and cuss them hungry and he want him money for the work we made that do. And if them not going to acknowledge him, cause me here said from we get acknowledgement and recognition, national acknowledgement and recognition, my love.
Uh,
Everybody else want national recognition too.
well,
So
you have to do national things to get national recognition.
yes, so him say if him never get the recognition and the money, him go come join the resistance. Him go
Him
come on
can't
your
join
knee.
the resistance because he wasn't doing nothing national. Whatever it is that he was doing, it certainly was not in the interest of his country. Certainly was not in the interest of Jamaica and the state of Jamaica and Udemy. Whatever he was doing, he probably was doing it for some other reason. So if you want national recognition, you have to start by being national, a patriot. I
So him
mean,
can't join. He can't
him
join the
can't, no, he
resistance.
can't. The resistance, yeah, am I so the resistance not taking no more members. You feel that Amaya Wilson said the resistance not taking no more membership. I said should not take no more membership. I in charge of membership. And she said she not take no more membership. Which matter to do here. So anybody who want to talk membership, I forgot to talk to Vinny. Not to me, not to you, not to Michelle. I Vinny never to talk to.
You know
But
what I remember, Karen?
Mm.
The time when little bit of blood did go over for one program and I talk about Melissa when them say she dressed Melissa body. And
Yeah.
they made ask her something about the people who are speaking. Of course, they didn't say our names because they know we're terrible. So she, go say, well, it's not a whole heap of them, just noise. That's just a sideshow.
Yes.
And I'm
The
like,
word of it says
okay,
so. The word of it says so. At the protest, Dayton Campbell only argument to the reporters were, well, I just see no more than 6 people out there, so and even if I don't say that was an indictment on him to say that. Cause the 6 people still standing, and we that.
then if I six people take them down, suppose I did dozen away.
well, let us set the record straight because
Set the
let us
record.
set the record straight. What we did, um, because we know what they are, and we brought it to public attention. But in all fairness, without the Labour Party people coming to listen, understanding what we're saying, and
And
spreading it
spread it.
because there are more
Yeah.
of them than the PNP,
Yes.
what they did was to help to take the message
Absolutely right.
out.
Absolutely right.
So it's not
Absolutely.
just we alone. It's we and the
Yeah.
Labour and the other
Yeah.
resistance members that put the
Other
message
resistance,
out.
other resistance members across the 63 constituencies. The
Yes,
resistance leaders in all 63 constituencies, the resistance leaders in all 63 constituencies, executive and divisional councils,
the
the
quiet
resistance
one.
the quiet one, the resistance leaders are NEC, the resistance leaders. did their job. And we always have to big up the labor right then.
Hold on a little bit. Are you saying that there are some silent resistant people?
No, but
Also,
remember Natalie that we have a leader in every constituency, Don't forget that. So
Okay.
once there's a leader in every constituency executive have at least two resistance members.
But them just not loud.
Them can't be loud. How them
Mm-hmm.
can provide information if they're loud?
Mm-hmm.
Them are espionage, them the espionage activity them are do.
Be
Them
careful,
under
be
cover.
careful, you know. Lisa with the power radar, you know, so be
Them under
oh,
cover,
for
man.
me,
Them under cover. Them under espionage activity, man.
for
Lisa
me,
with the
and for
Lisa
me,
with the power UK and US radar.
and for me, little bit of
Well,
blood was
we
the
are.
biggest spy because
Yeah?
she not talk chat out them business. Little bit
Oh,
of blood was the biggest spy.
yeah,
Every time we
yeah,
fear, we tell her
yeah.
say I should bring them down because some things when
Well,
she come out with contact and talk
my God.
elsewhere, I don't know
And
how she did not
every
expect
time
it was
Michelle
going to
want to
come
know
out.
something, Michelle got ask her.
Yeah, mommy just look on her page. And sure enough, she tell me. And she want and them fool enough not to understand that nobody could be so stupid to be saying the things that she say unless you want with you here. And you know where me get the clue from? When remember when in 2019 Bunting never announced it, then it asked Bunting and he must have said something, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rumor was going around saying was going to challenge. And she came out and she said it would not be a good idea to challenge now, right? 1 year
Mm-hmm.
before the election, it's not a good idea. And then all of a sudden she changed her mind because they must reach her. And I
Mm-hmm.
take that as a sign, that she did not believe that Bunting should challenge. And you saw the consequence. And I said to myself, every time something happens, right, that's where the information come from because she is close to the head on who what you call how this phrase go? The head on um that the uneasy head that
That
the
way is
crown lies
wrong.
on, right?
And
That
he's
American Bunting them. So she close to them. So anybody going to
Mm-hmm.
leak any information, I guess you need to go look.
going
And sure enough, anything what they up to, you know, they're going to fake it till they make it. She put that in a group and never expects it going to come. Of course, you know. She must have known things
They
when
no
we could
she the
come
make
to
you
me.
know they no she make you know what them do Melissa know say them go pronounce Melissa dead and them something there.
Uh-huh.
And she make you
Everything.
know, you know.
Yeah, she tell us
Everything.
that sign the death certificate. And she tell me that too.
Mm-hmm. And say a little bit of blood there Melissa knows. Lord
Listen,
God.
everything what we know about what happening in them camp. And the fool them don't reckon now. All them out there congratulate her and thank her very much for all the information. We call her our girl Friday. Them still not get in. And they still having her close to them.
Lord have mercy.
All when she accused me of suffering
Mm,
from
mm.
Asperger.
Well on the
Um,
ladies. Lisa try say something here. Where you say Liz?
Um, good night, everybody. Again,
Yeah.
you think that the prime minister just got the it just is a whim when him send an invitation. Listen, an invitation came from the office of the prime minister
Yes.
inviting you ladies. It that is not something where just happens. So that tells you that the prime minister and the entire cohort of the Jamaica Labour Party, 49 MPs,
But
wrote a
remember, Liz, that invitation came for you as well. I told you that you were off the island.
so that's why that's why I'm telling Natalie say the group is on you are on international list and national list because the prime minister send 4 invitation, right? Me the Ghana, Japan. But if that doesn't happen by accident, that
Well,
means
well,
pay
yeah,
attention.
well, you know what? You want to know how the US have we on them radar? Angela, Angela Brownberg will take the 12 million US from Venezuela.
Hold on
The
there.
US radar can we bust that out. And the
Nobody
State
move too
Department well
fast.
know about that.
Hold on there. All right, let's hold that thought. Cause more say something about invitation. Cause you say invitation, and the Prime Minister extended an invitation yesterday to the opposition leader. But let me just say something about this situation here, Karen. Me talk to her last week about the money from Venezuela. And she say the Nobel Peace Prize gone to the people them were opposing.
Opposition, yeah, the opposition woman
And
don't
my friend go
gonna
so
be. You think say, this is no, but peace prize is a political thing still, they're very left wing, them
you
very
think so?
liberal. Yeah, but it's a very liberal organization. But they from time to time they're good. And whenever they do something like what they did, they also give one to a middle of the road run. They just ran for some mathematics or something.
Mhm.
That they also gave one to. But Venezuelans and Mr. Trump really, and Mr. Trump are line up to deal with Venezuela, and I'm going to mention the People's National Party.
You
I'm
think so?
absolutely certain of that. Not
Lord
about
God.
Jamaica, but when I talk about Jamaica, I'm going to say, not the Prime Minister.
Also the opposition party again. Lord Jesus.
But
I
lady,
know Mr. Trump is a simple. You know that Mr. Trump is a simple man. Mr. Trump is going to say Jamaica is in bed with Venezuela, but not the government, not the Prime Minister.
I am name ball out, everything in ball out.
I
But
think right.
but ladies, but ladies,
eh?
the 12 million US dollar is a very serious matter, And I think the case must be pressed a little bit. What has happened to that 12 million? Because what happened is that Venezuela, from Andres Perez days, Michael, are also members of the Socialist International. So they have contributed quite a lot to a holy agreement, the San Jose Accord, etc. Now, if Venezuela gave the People's National Party 12 million US dollars, where is the money? Angela Brownberg is a serious matter, and I'm hoping that you press the case. The Prime Minister is paying attention because he listens to you, listen to the program.
The Prime Minister have nothing to do with Venezuela and $12 million. He need to stay far from that and say nothing at all. He may know nothing about that.
No man,
And
no man,
just to be clear, no, just to be clear, it's not the country or the government of Venezuela that gave that $12 million. It is Maduro himself from him drug money. And him
However,
give them it
no. But
I
what
wonder
I'm
if
from
he must
saying,
seek
himself.
I wonder if he must seek asylum.
No
Not
man, a
this
drug money.
no,
Then, no, what well, I'm a princess. What we must ask Natalie is, what did they promise him?
must the refuge
no,
cause him have to
no,
lift up,
but
Him have to lift up.
no, Olano. The 12 million US dollar came to one of the major political parties. Remember, Trafigura gave $31 million to the PNP, and it came to light, and the PNP
Yeah,
had to.
but we had an arrangement. We had an oil arrangement with the people who gave us that, so that's a different matter.
Yeah, and we have
There's
an
no
island
arrangement.
arrangement in Venezuela also. We have an island arrangement
No,
in
there's
Venezuela, so as I say.
that arrangement in Venezuela is between the government of Venezuela and the government of Jamaica. This money have nothing to do with either of the two.
No, but
Mm.
it is a serious matter that Angela Brownberg collected 12 million US dollars in the name of the People's National
Oh
Party.
jeez.
Where is that money? It must be declared. It must be declared by the party into
Yeah,
the.
I'm tell you something, princess. I know them a change out US dollar.
Mm-mm.
But they have to declare it, as part of their um
No, them
And
can't
that's
bank
what
them the
they
money.
do
Them
to
can't bank them the money there.
You're
Then
Them
supposed
I,
to.
money
wi- I
can't go
which
in a bank.
I which financial institution it come through though.
I don't think it
I
cannot come
don't think
through
so.
financial institution. So it has to come. They must have brought it in. How you going to bring in money, right?
To
So
a
You're
much
big
either going
money.
to bring it on a commercial airline, and that is highly unlikely because you have to pass through two customs. All right, so Venezuela, in can arrange, Maduro could arrange for them come through the Jamaica, the Venezuelan one free and easy. I don't know if there's a direct flight between Jamaica and Venezuela. Might be. But
We
how
have
would
to
they be
track
able
back the
to?
flight them.
How would they be able to pass our cust? Hold on, princess. Hold on, princess. How would they be able to pass our customs? Depending on who bring it in, they probably don't check them,
Money
right?
laundering.
Now the next thing is very likely that money came in on a private jet.
That's
All
what
them
I
have to
think.
do is to look at which private jets, because all of the flights have to they have to
Log.
book their flight
That
plans.
have to be logged. Mm.
Yes, you have to have flight
Them get
plans.
up
So
on
all
the
them have to do,
record, Then they on the
I
record, we can go look back on them and see which flight.
check every
Yeah,
plane that
but
comes from
we know,
Venezuela.
ladies, we know there was a private plane that bring in the money. And we know when it landed and where it landed and who the people are that collect the money. We know that.
So
So,
the 15th of October is when they're supposed to, each political party must declare how much money how much money they spent in the election. Do you think that
but
they're gonna be forthright?
We
but
can declare certain
all that
impacts
thought
from
that,
there.
Natalie, I'm just going back a little bit to something just occurred to me with the Venezuelan money thing. Have you ladies noticed that Angela have this ridiculous portfolio that nobody knows what it is?
I wish portfolio should have again.
Michelle, bring that up for please.
I'm gonna look.
Angela in charge of Angela basically in charge of something that don't exist.
Bunting too.
Yeah, but I understand from a very close source resistance member inside here that it look like Mark and Angela worries about something. That's why I'm
Mm,
giving her that full thing because it look like she take all her money and give me none. I never tell him nothing.
Lord God.
That would mean that she and Dayton Campbell um spend the money. She and Dayton Campbell are the ones that deal with the money.
Well, do not forget the most money out of it, because he
You
was the
have to
most.
buy the whole of Eastern Westmoreland. You have to buy the whole of Westmoreland.
May I tell you, are the most hated candidate in the nation. So he would have to get the most money for buy the seat.
Yeah, man. I don't want to see it.
They
If I
have
buy
to
all the seat
declare.
them.
Where's
That's
it?
it. They have to declare. They have to declare. Each individual candidate has to declare their spending. And Bunting, I understand, spent 700 million. So where did all that money? And they got the money in the PMP name. Ladies, don't take it for joke. I want serious matter. And the government must act. It's a serious matter. 12 million US dollars is not chicken feeding.
Well, that some
Me
of
no,
that,
me no remember, me no get none.
some of that,
None, my
some of that.
They get done. Curry, they get done.
no,
Me not get a cent. That a soul you give me a cent out of it. Not a
yeah,
soul you give me. Nobody no call me and say, stop talking about it. This is something. Nobody.
And
Not
then
a
the
soul you call me.
So you're
I
and
not
might
then
stop
say,
talk till they get the money.
this is something. Can anybody not give me something, stop talking about it?
No, sir.
I mean, but that's why everybody looks so forlorn.
Then also the
So the
leak come out.
government,
After the leak come out of the PNP, no people over there not getting on their money. They just contact everything. Say Venezuela give them the money.
everybody, because when everybody people are calling me say, "Will you get this thing about 12 million?" Because we don't see them kind of. I say, "I don't see money when they never make you see. You can't see things when them make you not see. You can't see when you don't see. Of course you don't see. It is only Angela one see, Champ Paul and whoever else above and Dayton
well,
Campbell. Them are,
She's so
eh?
happy when the PNP lose. She was
She did
very
happy.
happy.
What? She was happy election night. Did you see her not remember? We are saying
Yes,
happy
yes.
election night. As me
Mm.
see her, me say to Michelle say, when Michelle say, I want to Angela so happy, me say she thief the money, man. She thief the money.
Money left over.
Yeah, man,
Social
she mass it, man. She mass it.
social
And I tell
protection and social transformation. That is what she in charge
What's the
of. So,
portfolio?
social protection and
Mm-hmm.
social transformation. And shall
you,
have to
Oh,
what
transform the social fabric of the country. What a joke.
oh.
the
Well,
hell is that?
maybe that's why this money I come out say want money because money run.
Yeah, of course, money run, but what kind of portfolio that for the chairman of the People's National Party?
I don't know, bro.
What kind of portfolio is that for
And
the
we
You
shall tell
chairman
you.
look
of the
now,
party?
Karen, you think them that gonna make what happen to Colin Campbell come happen to them with Trafigura?
Nah, true,
So not
true.
the them no nobody know who collect the money. But anyway, make we move on. What are we? Mr. Buchanan gone back a court again.
You come back a court again when that back to you.
Who gone back a court? Right, that one
Alright,
of them.
let me just put something so they can understand, so the viewers, the subscribers, and the listeners can understand. But Cannon is not doing this on his own. It is being funded by Dave Campbell and Mark Golding to continue his harassment of the Prime
Eh.
Minister who now fought upon him. And while him doing all of that, none of them can raise it in the parliament because they have no evidence of any wrongdoing. But them giving him money to go out there and continue this thing.
Jeez,
And that is that with that.
mm.
Maybe we need never mind.
No, no bother with that tonight. Do me a beg you, no bother with that. Bother
No,
with
Michelle.
that.
No, Michelle. But he might get money to do it. Them propping him up to do it. And him doing it on the instruction of his leaders. You see, there's no way that he as a candidate for the Rise United Party could have lost and him just out there on him own and stuff, which is right. Which is why Mr. Only should not meet with Mark Golding with all of them talking about him out there. I keep up with him candidate.
Yeah, that me
Maybe
that will talk about next. What do you think about that?
maybe he want to know him up too. Might be a good idea to go meet with them and hear what him have in him head and him better. Oh, and Prime Minister, I would suggest to you that you have somebody in the room when you're talking because anything him say in that room, I see him go in a parliament, go and take up standing order and read one little section of the standing order to suit him argument. When you take
I'm not
a
the
stop,
first him do it. I'm not the first him do it a regular as a strategy of his, He's done it before with Nigel Clark and Nigel Ketchum. And he has a habit of omitting information and only sharing what suits him. And that is a very manipulative thing to do.
Because he is a traitor. That's
And
how traitors behave.
he's a liar too.
He's
Look
a
for
liar,
now.
he's a traitor.
Look,
That's
look
how
at
they
the
behave.
panel, a label and call it. Look on it. The one of Jamaica is where it's supposed to be. And he make sure he pin the other one above it. Look which part he catch it. To
You
make
think
sure
he do
the
it
label is
intentionally?
there.
Of course
Of
he did.
course.
Oh my gosh,
This
that's
is a man,
terrible.
look here. This is a man, you know.
but
Eh?
Hold on.
ladies,
Hold on a little bit, princess. This is a man, remember, who all his life carried a British passport. All his life. Until it was convenient for him to get the Jamaican one and go get it. Right? And still never give up your British passport. All his life. And
Man is
then,
a liar.
exactly. So he has no, the only way that could happen is if the man has a personal interest in calling himself and being called a British citizen, not a Jamaican citizen. He
Yeah.
wouldn't put in that British passport that he is a Jamaican citizen.
Well, Liz,
British
Liz, what you
citizen.
say?
did you read the letter that he wrote ordering the Prime Minister to meet with him on the constitutional matter?
Yes, we
Yeah,
did.
we did that last week. But the Prime Minister now look not pay in the mind because him can't order the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He's not Prime Minister, he's the next Prime Minister of Jamaica.
No,
But
no, no.
Karen, the Prime Minister invited him yesterday. That me I
And
tell
yes,
you.
and they pay it.
Yeah, he
And
can't
they
order
pay
the
it.
Prime Minister. Prime Minister
Yeah,
with
but
a
he did though. He did.
No, but
No,
the
no.
Prime Minister,
The Prime Minister extended an invitation to him, but the Prime Minister um actually at his inauguration did extended that hand to him at the inauguration. How he came out with that letter the other day was in dirty, nasty ways. So he had to back it up a little bit, and then the Prime Minister extends invitation to him to go sit down and talk. And the Jamaican people need to understand something. Now, let me just say this for the people who are listening, and for those who have a thing about the Prime Minister not inviting me. I personally believe that it is correct for him to ask that happened between him and the Prime Minister. It's a correct procedure first. But Jamaicans must remember that this is not a Peter Phillips. This is not a Portia who would take up the phone and call Andrew and tell him, say, listen to me, come boy, don't come over there come beat your backside. Let me and you meet first, And that is that a Peter Phillips is not a Portia. So therefore, him have this thing about him where he is ill-mannered. Him not have no manners, him not no respect for the office of the Prime Minister, and him do not like the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister did him anything. Him don't like the Prime Minister because the Prime Minister is a black boy from
Don't like Jamaican period.
Cumberland Road. And him not like the Prime Minister is beneath him as far as him concerned. And him not same like the Prime Minister. So the Jamaican
Mm-mm.
people and those who listen to this program must understand that because of his behavior over the last 4 years, there is a matter of trust. There's a trust matter. There's a trust issue. The prime minister can't trust him. The government can't trust him. So there is that. So if the prime minister or anybody's reluctant to meet with him, it's because of their experience with him over the last 4 years. You can't trust him. And that's all there is to that. It's a trust issue.
Also, the matter of during the debate, the prime minister and the whole country got a wake up, a civics lesson. Most people the next morning were saying, the prime minister must have a born here, but he's not a Jamaican. The prime minister was right. There are several children, diplomats, expatriates, etc., children born here, but they are registered as citizens of the country of their parents' birth.
Yeah, we litigate that already. We litigate that already.
In the debate, he told the prime minister in the debate, he is going to give him a copy of his birth certificate, the form, the white piece of paper when presented the night at the debate. And the prime minister has not received that as yet.
He's not a manners man. He's full mannered and out of order rude.
Just nasty, my goodness.
He's a very nasty man.
He has no authority to be writing the prime minister as if he is the prime minister, ordering the prime minister to meet him in a summit. He has no such power. So
as I say, it is right for him to ask it and say it and request it. But how he did it was just totally out of order and rude.
But him supposed to ask though, you know, and him win no election, the prime minister have to extend the invitation to me. Right. Yeah.
It's a tough in learn nothing. In a know nothing, don't learn nothing, or maybe something really wrong. Well, something definitely wrong with him mentally. He have a difficulty.
He only knows. Let me just start the truth and done. Mark Golden only knows to insult other people. Look what he did in the debate. How dare you? We have been watching debates between government and opposition for ages. We have never seen no Jamaican come on a debate stage, come behave toward each other like that. To the point where him coming there, come tell so many lies that the prime minister have to look Jamaica people them in the eye and say, this man is a liar. I mean, when have we ever seen anything like that? And I'm going to talk about him bring copy a birth paper for the prime minister. We don't do them style. And Mark Golden only know to insult other people. And I don't like it.
He's a dirty white man. He's a dirty white man.
A Trump style, man.
Him a trash.
Dirty white man. Dirty white.
And even if you don't agree with the prime minister, I'm not care who the prime minister is. Anybody where I can say them are represent any major political party in our country and come do them something there. What kind of example are you setting for the leaders of tomorrow? That's not how we treat each other. Even when we disagree. No. Even when we disagree, come on, man.
It only goes to show you that your same father got a title to be amongst the aristocrats, right? But clearly, I mean, he had to be brought up by somebody and he grow with him family, right? And him don't know nothing, you know how to behave, you know, no respect, because that's how they grew him. They never grow him to have no respect for anybody, anybody except him own. Well, look like him. He's a cough.
And what the prime minister, and if you call him out when you meet with him and tell him that he expect that when him and him having conversation, it will remain confidential conversation between leader and leader. But we don't expect that from him.
No, man, you have to have one third party in there. It can't be between the two of them alone.
Alone with him.
The prime minister now go alone. It's a committee.
Okay, that's good to know. That's
not a committee. But the prime minister not going there without him note taker and him second. And probably him deputy prime minister. He can't go in there alone. You man, this man can't be trusted.
So we're going there with him.
It's not like when Michael and Siaga meet. And our PG and Siaga meet. And Siaga come out and talk when all the meeting went. And then PJ say, well, the leader of the opposition have outlined what we spoke about.
So hold on there. So who will go with Mark? Dayton?
I better know. I don't know if the Prime Minister should be sitting in a room with a pedophile. Not that him
Yes,
can.
man, I agree. We go there the
Yeah.
last time.
You people spoke about the whole this thing with Paul wanting the reinstatement of the committee chairman for opposition.
No, we didn't really go in depth into it. You want to say something about it?
I just want to let Paulwell and the rest of those riffraffs 28 in all riffraffs that God brought them so near and yet so far away. I remind them that this is God's greatest punishment on them yet, up to date. God's greatest punishment is bringing them so close and yet so far away. And I would want to remind them that there's no second place in politics. There's a winner and there's a loser, and they are the losers.
Me
And
gonna
there's no place in the entire world, no place in any democracy where the losers get to cheer in a committee. And when we had it in Jamaica, it was a time when men were gentlemen and ladies were, women were ladies. And it was a time when your word was your bond. It was a time when when there was civility and understanding between members of parliament and people that sit in the king's house. That was a time that was a different time. This time that Mark Golding himself set out single-handedly and create this period where none of them could show up at the prime minister's thing, apart from those who are officially come, like the mayor and Mark. None of them showed up. None of them came to the reception. That kind of vitriolic campaign that they ran against Andrew Holness, the attacks on Andrew Holness, which is why the money people them say the strategy never worked, because the strategy was just to attack Mark Golding and then in the end throw in his wife, attack Andrew Holness, and then in the end throw in Juliet Holness in the attack, which Mark did without him with such gusto. I mean, he was very happy to go after this black woman. So and there was a time when there were comradeship, when laborers call themselves comrade, there was that. There was a time when people could say, all right, but a leader could talk up a leader, a phone and call next leader and say, well, you say me you do this and so. I'm going to announce this and me you say, yeah, man, are you going to do that and me going to say that? That time do exist. It do exist in Mark Golding. And people have to recognize that it don't exist. So therefore, Paul will need to get with it, because Fim balls them get chopped off by Mark. Julian last Fim balls them too. Everybody balls gone. Look like Damien him a happen one. At least cause him over there make look nice and them out for chop off the next one too. They are cowards. They are cowards. And then sat down there and met this man in the politics to this level and know him want respect.
and come back. If you're not mind shopping, but I want to stay there for 2 enough for 5 years.
Him bring the politics to where. Hold on, princess, man. Princess.
Hold on, Liz. Hold on, hold a second.
Princess, quiet, man. Him bring the politics to this kind of vitriol and still want people to show him respect. So Paul will need to understand. I don't know, get the committee chair. People who get committee chair, people who win, who lose, who lost.
No.
If you want,
ladies.
What here, man? What wrong with the princess?
Oh, I thought you. Yeah. Okay. You finished?
No.
Oh.
So when Paul and get about chat this guy fools about go back to the time. That time will never come back with Mark Golding. Ever. Never come back. Look at Nikisha Burchell. Let me just segue into that just briefly. Out there talking about Omar Davis undermining her authority. After I tell this young woman she must go to parliament and go into the library, go read. She must spend the first year of our parliamentary life. Just go read. Go back in history. Read about laws, read about what happened, or laws were passed, read about stuff, and understand that she has absolutely no authority in the constituency that she represents. The councils have more authority than she. And if Omar Davis lives in South St. James, him as a resident have more authority than she. But she don't understand that. She got about to undermine her authority. What's the matter with you, young woman? What undermine her authority? She's not an authority. You can't, this council them can't stand up on a road and fix a road. You can't do it. You can't.
Trespassing on government
Yeah?
property. So the trespassing.
Trespassing on government property, which only the councils have the authority to do. Nikisha Birchall, my darling, you have no authority in South St. James except to go to Parliament and chat up your mouth and talk about the people who elected you. That's it. You're not allowed to do nothing. Everything is government and the councillors. Everything. Government, councillors. When you get your $20 million, the only authority you have with that is to give it out to people. Help people with it. That's it. So leave over there alone. If you live in South St. James, him can walk by now and have more authority than you. So stop go talk foolishness and you, Paul, well. Man, go sit down and shut your mouth about committee chairman. You mad? Give you all right. Let's say when I give you committee, Paul, well, a committee chair. You think nobody can take up committee chair and give to them, man? A committee chair and give to who? Wavel? And give George a committee chair?
Can I say something about that? The committee chairman. If you Bruce Golding won 2007 election, every single member of the PNP, it was like 32-28. If every single member of the opposition turn up at the inauguration of Bruce Golding as Prime Minister, on this occasion, how much persons from was there?
Mark, Natalie, Tony Hilton, Angela, and the Mayor Swebe. What's somebody else?
All right, four of them elected member of Parliament. Parliament himself wasn't there. Now, what it tells you have told the country is that you are not interested in being part of the government process, because the government is really the 63 are you in Garden House administrators. One set the government in charge, the other set the opposition. All 28 opposition persons should have been at the inauguration of the Prime Minister. So it is fruitless, asinine for you to come now to the Parliament. You told the Parliament, you told the public, you're not interested in coming to the ceremony swearing in the Prime Minister of Jamaica. So therefore, the Prime Minister of Jamaica would be reneging on his job by giving you committees to chair when you told the nation by your action, including Paulwell, you did not turn up because you have no respect for the Constitution of the country. So if you don't turn up, how can I delegate you to chair a committee of the country when you told plainly, me not going to Prime Minister swearing because I have no interest in the Constitution of the country. The Prime Minister again is right, just like how him answer in the birth certificate situation. Andrew Holness is right. You cannot make them cheer. It's only 4 of them turn up. 4. And as Karen said, Mark Golding is destroying the fabric of what it means to be opposition. He knows nothing about this.
Democracy. Destroying how the democracy works. Destroying how the democracy works.
Right. And the sooner them wake up and say publicly, we don't think you are suitable enough to be opposition leader and move him, is the better it is for them.
But hold on there now. If England can change 5 prime minister in a 2 years, if France can do the same thing, why is it that the PNP can't say Mark Golding incompetent, unfit, and move him? I mean, I understand them.
Well, after them choice, you know.
Nobody.
Not even one of them not no sense over there. No,
after them choice. So let them stay with them. After them choice, the Constitution give them that authority, and that is their choice. But then turn there with him. Now, just to be clear, for those who may wondering what's going on and why is it that the PNP is insisting, this is not a law, and it was not a law passed in the Parliament about opposition persons chairing committees in the House. This was an idea of Bruce Golding, and it would have come from the fact that the PNP was there for 18 years, dominating in the House and dominating these committees where they are discussing important laws that are to be changed. So he came up with this idea that he believed that the opposition um, MPs should chair this committee. And when he became prime minister, he put the opposition in charge of all of these committees, which I believe is dominated by the Labour Party people anyway. But the PNP had the chair of all of these committees. Portia, I believe, carried it on, and when Andrew came in, he carried it on for the first term. In the second term, he decided not going to carry on with it because he's saying that they are slowing up these legislation. So he decided to go back to what it was and put the Labour Party MPs in charge of these committees, and the PNP being grumbling, right? Now, it is not, it is a policy,
Right,
and the
right.
government is the only one under the cabinet is the only one under the constitution given the power to make policy for Jamaica, not the opposition. Now they have a right to say that they want this. Now you imagine, just imagine these saboteurs who mash up their own party, cause it to lose the election. In fact, work to make it lose the election in order to elevate themselves to that position. And you, in your right mind, are going to take them, put in charge of committees. Why are they insisting on being in charge of these committees? You think it's
There's a
power?
reason behind it.
Of course, they want to slow up everything and damage everything.
Leak out information, that's one thing. Yes, thank you,
No,
Liz.
they
Because
want
they're
to slow it up.
leakers.
They want to slow it up. So when it comes to the Constitution, can you imagine them in charge of the Constitution Committee? They're going to make sure it not happen,
Mm-hmm.
right? And no law can pass,
And leak back things to England.
right? So it's
Yeah,
they want to
exactly.
sabotage the government. So that can't work, yes, sir. So make Paul will really go sit down and keep himself quiet. Well, at least him need for talk and him done do him duty, him talk, and now that's it. You're
We don't
not
know
going to get.
fees are for him.
No,
Where's the Liz and the fees are for Paul Will?
no, because if you challenge Mark Goal, how much, look how much time them come. Them
Jesus.
have a moving, them have meeting, I make PJ call them and tell them no. If you challenge, him now have no back, him fuck him for resign too. And go on. That him now have
Mm-mm.
no backbone.
Lord God.
Well,
Karen,
I remember we had said it, when them talk about say them know him going lose, and when him lose, they're
unity.
going to move him. Like, remember then the big talk?
A
Yeah, man,
unity
we
they
don't
say
wait
they
for them to
want.
lose. Yeah, and then see that? You know, so they never had the guts, they never had the guts before. When they hear when do, they never
Listen,
had it.
them had one opportunity, one golden opportunity to move that man, and none of them. I have never seen a group of people with so little courage. I say sometimes I marvel at it that these are men that good thinking, well educated people elected to represent them in parliament. Philip Park,
They want to look more testosterone, man. Jesus
Philip
Father.
Caldwell, Damian Crawford, Miguel Phillips, because I'm Miguel people call him. Miguel Phillips,
Yeah,
all of them.
well,
when when they had the opportunity, when Paulwell and Miguel and Damian resigned, that was an opportunity for Dr. Guy, um, Natalie, Denise, Fitz Jackson. He is the next baldless one, just sit down, hook up kind of let them look a black duppy that have nothing to say about.
Lord God,
But we
no.
say, dumb, them that have no balls, them that have no courage. That was the opportunity for them, nine of them, and Peter Phillips too. Peter Phillips too lack courage, man. Them lack courage, they make one. And let me tell you, if it was ever Bunting and Mark Golding in the position that they were in, they would have
Mm.
removed them, man. Them,
Plantain.
I want him with Bunting, as wicked as him
Plantain.
is. Bunting have testosterone.
yeah, he
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't hesitate. They
Traitor.
would not hesitate, but they could not. They convince themselves that is a normal procedure, and this is the party leader, and we have to steer with the party leader, and them convince themselves that Bunting would never do it.
No,
Neither
he
would
won't.
they would have turned them out, they would have kicked them to the curve, and
Bunting
the
have
man
to put
them
somebody
sat there.
first.
Yeah, man, and the man them sat there and missed that golden opportunity to kick Mark Golding out of the people because for some reason they believe that he would have come around to being the kind of leader that them want him to be. As if them can't see. And they were in politics longer than him. They could have seen it from a million miles away and made the decision. But at the time, PG, I believe, was also pulling strings in there and directing people and what them allow themselves to be there. They are ballless coward. The
No,
whole
them
of them
are the need
the
to
history of this country and the People's National Party as ballsless cowards. Dr. Guy, Fitz Jackson, Miguel Phillips, Philip Palwell, Damian Crawford, the whole of them
We have
with
a
the
new name for them.
women,
We have a new name for
Denise
them.
and Natalie and Philip. Because if they never got to Lisa, all of them did agree on it and went to Lisa. Lisa wouldn't itch.
Me could call
Lisa
them.
wouldn't
Me could
itch.
call them the Nobles crew.
Because Lisa have strong, them need vaginas. Them need vaginas. And go women, and go vaginas strong. The them balls soft. You lick it up one time, them sick for months. They maybe can't breathe them out. But Lisa have a strong vagina. And had they come to her and say, all right, Paul and them resign. Make us 7, 8, 9 away. Make us go move the man. But none of them.
Lord God,
Including Phillips.
Karen, I wonder if they want to travel to help them. Make them go about their business with help them and move back.
them all of them underneath the tent, very
No,
contented
sir.
and them very contented underneath the tent. Nobody are uncomfortable.
Hold on,
I
them. Let me
walk
ask
into
you this something.
uncomfortable.
Please. I forgot to ask you this, because you did out of the country. Is what going with you and Simon Crosskill on the radio? Me and my call you traitor and sell out.
Because me so too.
Simon was saying that me and Simon talk. I tell Simon say, Mark Golding can't win the election. I want people will never put him out there as Prime Minister. And when I call him now, when them lose, Simon say, me a traitor is a hardcore comrade, right? He's a comrade to the Supreme Court.
Mm-hmm.
Simon say, me a traitor because the whole of them did want to pay people win.
Oh.
And I said, no, Simon, I'm not a traitor. I'm a genuine patriot, and you know that. But this man could never be allowed to lead the PMP and lead this country. And you know the time and you know I'm right.
So vexation, you take a call you traitor.
That was before. Not about this after the election. Before.
So I say, no man, I'm a traitor. I'm a patriot to my country, I save my country sovereignty.
Mm-hmm.
And think.
Come here and say, oh, my rough for police, so. They say no, sir. But you stand your ground though, yeah. I heard it.
Yeah, no, it's a comrade, but Simon, let me tell you, there are a whole lot of comrade, top of the line comrade who don't like Mark Golding. And they're glad.
Lord,
they're glad. Them don't. What several articles now, several political analysts is saying with the PMP and the Mark Golding in leadership, because people are questioning it now. Why is the PMP having him there still? You hear that Damian was going to challenge, right?
Yes.
And then you hear,
and then send out some people to attack him. Them send out some TikTokers to attack him and take him down.
But that time him start for some balls now.
You know, say them not have none, man. You know
what my ear? My ear at top of the line journalist tell me say we're at a function and he said to me say, a new party coming in. I say, yeah. He say, yeah, watch out and listen to the lady. But the thing is, the party, the country, the real political analyst now is understanding and people are asking the question whether the PMP goes with Mark Golding because it is obvious.
Well, Dean Jackson Miller said in a very creative way that Mark Golding need to step down. You never hear her?
He need to leave and they need to somehow, whether them lose or not, somebody must step out now and say they need a special delegate conference because I want to challenge for the leadership. Somebody needs to say that him is a useless piece of baggage. He has no home here. He has no bank account here. He has nothing here. So why are you having him being sworn in again? as the opposition
Opposition
leader.
leader.
He has nothing to offer the country. At the wait name the him have on red, white, and blue tie. It's a full blue suit, a white shirt with a red, white, and blue tie. Him not have on nothing. The man keep making the broad statement. I was born in England, I'm an Englishman till I die. Why is he here? Why is he in the People's National Party? Since them bogus they put him there has not done anything for the masses. 14 years under PJ was the same thing. Well, the ministers, them, the top line quality ministers perform for the people. But PJ himself never do not to the masses. And the same thing happening like extension of PJ with this man. Why is he there? Move him and move him. No. He has no interest in the country. See him come right later arrogantly order the Prime Minister to meet with him in a summit. Who the fuck Mark Golding think him is?
Oh, it take time, Christian over here. But look here, uno think said Damien I wonder if Damien could have get look of courage.
Him for challenge, whether you lose or not, challenge him, stir up the pot. The party needs stirring now. It needs stirring.
Who else can jump in a race? Come here, say Dayton wanted to,
You know, so
sit down. Dayton can go rape somebody again in Westmoreland Eastern.
you know, so
Natalie Garvey can challenge too. Right?
You know, so one of the
challenge too.
You know, so one of the biggest hindrance in the
lose. But Raymond was in a difficult situation between William Wheatley and Terrella. But my star said Damien Raymond lose. But Natalie and Damien took part. Them two they can challenge.
Oh.
Even Lisa can challenge too.
No, sir, Lisa done, man. Lisa done with them. Yeah.
Well, we don't know if she done with politics, but you know, they need to do something. It is urgent that they do something now. Because I understand, say, Bunting fully now resign and accept, say, will never be Prime Minister.
Mm-hmm.
But him I tell him no want leg of the leader of opposition card. Me understand, say, Bunting we want it. And he's a rotted boy going in there right now.
So who would I really take up Bunting for leader, you know?
Nobody don't want Bunting neither. None I told them now done to offer.
but they're not interested. Don't think the money can do this thing for them.
The 12 million US dollar from Venezuela must be investigated.
Mm-hmm.
We deserve something. It was given in the name of the People's National Party, and we, the membership, didn't know. Thank current for talking, but it's a serious matter.
Not good. Me could stop
No,
here. So.
one of the biggest
serious matter.
One of the biggest hindrance in the PNP when you think about it, you know, is the same Philip Paulwell, you know. He has done a lot in terms of policies that change the landscape of especially telecommunications. I think he was the one that worked on the Fair Competition Act, which of course did a lot for us.
Mm-hmm.
And he has done that outside of Michael Manley. He has done a lot in terms of what it is that he was able to bring. But when you think about Paulwell, I think, is the one who is.
In none of bars?
When you think about.
Should I challenge how long?
Princess, make Michelle talk now, please.
When you talk about Paulwell, I believe, is the one that is telling them that they should not have elections in the party because it's going to divide them. I wonder if there is only one way they can have an election at the party. They can have election different ways. You know, they could choose to have only debates and narrow the window for a shorter space of time, right?
And that Peter Phillips did tell Bunting to do and him say nah do it.
And that's a thing. This is him don't want to do it, him don't run. And you have no election. This is how we're going to do the election. You meet with the people in the various constituency, and the people come and sit down and ask the people, then make a speech, you ask them questions, and then debate. And you will know everything you need to know. This business about people go around and everybody have free talk, and they might talk to the country when they're supposed to talk to them people inside, right? So you make the window small, and then you determine what it is. And anybody who violates, either them don't get to vote if they are a delegate, right? If they got blocked and them a member, you kick them out, or you punish the candidates, right?
This also minimizes the chance of going around and buying delegate votes. Are that Bunting and Gold in them though?
Right. Well, they must make all of the members them vote. Let them
Mm,
never want them change because they know they won't win. So
mm-hmm,
what you're saying is Paul Well himself is the one who been advocating this two me pick two vice president and you pick two. I do believe that he was the one that was advocating it, right? So you have
mm,
not had an election in the PNP, right? So
mm,
that is the reason why they would have decided to put back Mark because they believe a challenge now would just they believe Mark unified the party. They don't
mm.
like him, they don't want him, but at least there's a semblance of unity on the front, right? Behind the scenes is another story. So they don't want to disturb that. So they would rather the PNP, well, I guess them think they're 4 seats away. So if them just maintain what they have, and keep him there, then maybe when election run next time, they're going to win. Well, that depends.
But
They're making a lot of assumptions, right?
Michelle,
right.
Princess, could you please let Michelle talk?
No, mama, finish now. She can go ahead now,
What
please.
else about no? What were you saying about you talk about them winning and
Well,
forcing?
they're making a lot of assumption that nothing will change, that a silver bullet will not be found, that when the Jamaican people say, see there, not just
Hold
the
on
Labour
there,
Party
guys.
people saying so, but
Guys,
everybody else.
2,182 people over here. I'm gonna hit the like button for please and thanks very much. Yes.
Hmm.
All right.
What they don't know, Michelle. They're following up on what Michelle said. What they don't know, and maybe they do, based on how them looking in the parliament now. Everybody look bewildered and confused.
Mm,
Um, of all the people that are bewildered and confused and befuddled, Dawes and Wavy Lines are the two because about 2 or 3 days before election, Wavell was inquiring if after election day if them could find him a flight to go to the World Championship
no, sir. I'm
as
Minister of Sports.
as a minister of sport. So they are baffled by it. Them just don't know them win because they lied to them, consistently lied to them, and they believe what he said. But in addition to that, you are saying that them 4 seats away, Michelle. Assuming, of course, that them can win back some, whatever money they spend to
Mhm.
win those 3 Westmoreland seats, they have to go
Yeah.
find double that money next time around.
Mhm. Of
Because
course.
that winning was not people genuinely come out and say, boy, I love Ian or I
Mhm.
love Dayton. Can you imagine?
They were
Or
showing no evidence of liking them at all.
nobody even like them, must just love them. So
Mhm.
whatever money they spend, whether it's all of Matalan 500 million went down there, or whatever they took out of the Venezuela money, whatever Angela let out of the Venezuela money, but all of it spent in Westmoreland and Waverland get up some and Dawes get some. But pretty much all of the money spent in Westmoreland. And whatever them spend, them need now 2 times the amount. Now
Mhm.
that people know that them can get 20,000 for a vote. Yeah, for
Yeah.
vote and 50,000 for vote. Now that them know that, now that the ugly thieving councillors them down there line it up that way there, them nobody not going to vote for them unless them have the money. So let's assume then that them going to find that them 4 seats away. They have to first find the money to keep the ones that them have now.
Well,
Because all of those seats are pure money.
I'm just speaking in terms of how they must be looking at it. Of course, keeping the seats where them have is another matter. Jess only won by about less than 600 votes. This is a
After
seat
three,
where
after
Raymond won
3,000
by
PNP,
4,000.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 3,500 PNP voted that she never get. Bunting
And
won
like
by
it's and because she's in opposition, it is unlikely that
that's who
them
ends up
that
there.
we're going to get them back.
Yeah, and Bunting him won by what 542. I see that when me Peart win by 2,005 3,000.
Well, look
So
here. Bunting is gonna be a one-term MP because Mr.
yeah, man,
Isaac
Bunting
is
I
staying.
lose, man. Bunting I lose.
Mr.
If
Ives
you
is
go
staying there, and the people are gonna find out Bunting like they did in Central, and Bunting will not come back to Parliament.
Him not come back in the opposition capacity neither. So, but I don't think him coming back. But him doing him usual dance when do like him keeping town army to convince people that him coming to stay.
Spread the
Yes.
But
people.
no, that is a
And,
dance.
and people are saying might have resign before the term up to, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he will resign, but I don't see him running back for opposition to be an opposition MP. So I see him as a one-term MP, and if him run back, him going to lose. Cause we have more time now. We have
Yes.
more time now to tell people about him and for
Yeah.
broadcast
And
and spread him face
never
all
see
over
them as well.
South Manchester. We have more time now.
Mm-hmm.
We have more time.
Him lucky say we did have such little bit of time and cut down the
I
vote
tell you, man.
immediately.
I mean, I tell you, man.
Based on two
Excellent.
votes of vote him did want to win by, you know.
3,500.
2005 was him canvas target.
Oh, crap. Wow. Okay.
And I'm baby and I'm belly, you know. PMP
Mm,
belly with there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
mm.
Right? To make the people know who he is. And I'm supposed to know, but they don't look like so them pay attention to things, man. Them people
No,
down
man,
there so well to
you
do.
have to have more time. Uno went down there, what, couple of
Damage
weeks
him, man.
before?
We damage him, Natalie. We're gonna look at damage him, man.
Me know,
Yeah,
but me I say uno need more time to speak with the people them
yeah,
and get them to understand, you know.
we need more time. We need
We
more
need
time.
the people them from Central to come over South and come tell the people them what kind of representation Bounty did I give them in their running way.
Don't worry, man. Make him go have him fun in town. I mean, that's who come, America. Have you look of fun? That's who come. That's who
Mm.
come. Here, come. Go and do
Yes,
look of
so,
thing.
so.
Come. When you look at thing you're doing, go and do it. That's who come.
But ladies, but ladies,
Yes, princess.
if um Bunting and Golden went out for 4 years, about 500 meeting, right?
Liz, oh God,
And
man. Oh God, man. 500.
yeah, man, about
I
500
mean,
meeting.
could be.
And the fact
I'm
of the
told.
matter is that they actually lost. They lost. They got 28 seats. Dr. Phillips had it was 29 with Dr. Phillips, right? And now they are coming to say that Philip Powell then, right, is coming because Philip Powell have aspiration and ambitions to lead the PNP. So Philip Powell should be looking at it from a different angle at this time. There should be an election. There should be challenge. There should be an internal election. When you talk about you can't be in politics, a powerful organization like the PNP, I'm talking about you're going cross division. Division is good, right? Because you should already should have decided to challenge him this time for the leadership of the party. Rebuild the party in its full context. All the commissions that were disbanded, etc.
So you would have back Paul well for leadership? Anyone I wanna?
No, I'm not saying I would back. What I am saying, in the interest of the country and the party, he should have been challenged. This spineless argument about no, you don't want no division. It is politics. It takes a few broken skulls, the great Wilson Isaac, to build a great politicians. Build great nation. So Paul, well, if you don't think he should be challenged, then Paul well should resign. Paul well should walk away from the politics now because you don't have any guts. The man has nothing to offer. He is a useless piece of trash. He is there specifically to get to earn money because he like the salary package where he might get. Right? That is his interest. He knows nothing about the politics. He can't make a presentation. He can't lecture nobody. He not have no class, nothing about him. So what is he there for? And you lose. You lose the local government election where they were told by Dayton Campbell and Don Anderson that they were win 11 municipal council, them win 5. They were told again by Don Anderson. I can't blame Don. If you can get 10 million off for them for the poor, tell them what they want for year and get 10 million. I mean, sorry, I never work with it to get some money. They were supposed to sweep the general election. They lost the general election. So what is the purpose of keeping Mark Golden there? Because PMP
When them last, it's not just the election they lost, princess. They lost the owner princess. It's not just the election.
where it should be reposition it back. It is a people's party and it is not serving its purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And
Princess.
if people are questioning what is the use of Mark Golden being there. Nothing,
Princess,
nothing to offer.
Princess, he never just lost the election. He
Don't
lost the song.
What
challenge him.
else him
Challenge
lose?
him now.
What else
Me I
him
tell
lose?
Princess there, listen, Princess there, Aki. Me I tell Princess say him never just lose the election. Him lose him song. Him lose the
Yeah,
marching song. Because Labour them take it. And him lose time come because Mr. Prime Minister took that too. Him lose every damn thing.
Time don't know.
yeah.
Right.
That-
Him not connect with the politics of Jamaica. Him not connect with him not connect with Jamaican people. PJ Patstaff tell him to carry him wife. And him tell PJ fuck off, beg your pardon. Right? He has nothing to offer. Absolutely. And how long now these idiots are going to be there? All him do is create division. Him create animosity. Him go up on platform a campaign, not general election. Him get rid of the prize in them. The man have nothing to offer, so let him go. So right now, TVG News this week, Big Stone on TV News. Big Stone in serious trouble. He's stage 9 with him cancer. We mark there. A mark put chain around him neck, date and a mark pull the chain. Big Stone in a pain. Big Stone for move from one point to the other. People have to help him. Where is Mark? Mark is useless. Mark is trash. PMP does not have any correlation with Mark Woolley. So why somebody step up and challenge him?
They must
Are the
have to
people
wait
going
until the last minute for challenge him.
no, they must challenge him. No. You see,
Yeah,
They
him
have
clandestine,
local.
him clandestine, pushing himself about him. He was unchallenged. Challenge him now. Our jungle, no jungle mash up. And it's South St. Andrew mash up.
Then
Not
hold
now go
on
and
there.
claim over
So
there.
I when the local government election do? Not in a 2 years.
No.
2020, 2028.
Yeah,
Okay,
2028.
so 3 years.
Yeah.
So Mark Gole maybe I go say, all right, you want to carry PMP going a local election.
Of
Go
course.
do what? Go do what?
But
Him
ladies,
can't carry the party go nowhere. Him can't carry Jamaica go nowhere.
I
ladies, princess,
yeah.
princess. Um, look at have you look at Mark's face in the parliament? You know how him look to me? Him look like somebody who's dispirited, without interest,
Your phone
going
triple
through
up,
the
what you say?
motion, going through the motion. Him had him in the parliament. I tell Andrew Wallace during the debate, right? That when we are over that side and you are over this side, and I saw him did that go on. I think him shame. That's the first thing. But him
Well,
also
the whole of them will sit down behind him shame. And I saw them look. I shame them shame for him there as leader. Lord Jesus. Come
But
like
look at him. Him are the one that reapplied for the position and took the position and him sit there and him don't look to me like somebody who is interested anymore. When you just lose
lose interest. Me know them way there.
you
Yeah.
just lose interest in something.
Money. Him a get 200 odd million. Him not have no interest in the country and the people and the politics and the PMP.
No, but before that in the show, no, but before that he was motivated. That's the word. Him don't look motivated at all. Him just look on his face. Him don't look the
We're
same.
not Prime Minister.
And then the people behind him worse. I've never seen this in nowadays. All when Portia did lose in a 2007. Me never see PMP look so. Well,
No.
we never see them a riffraff in a parliament before in the history of this country. Never see them a kind of riffraff. I mean,
What
it's
I did?
riffraff. Not some of them, I mean, look on all of the people that we the little 14 that were there. There were people, there were caliber people, right?
I know the
And they
first
were
I know
they
the
were
first
they were
PMP in there with
vibrant.
I know the first PMP in there with look with a seat.
No,
No, but I mean to say the addition to the seats,
1989, almost.
Nine
the
nine
addition,
or I
Yes,
went
1989.
I went PMP to have
51 9.
13. I went
No,
PMP
man.
to have 13 in there.
No. We never had 13. PMP was beaten badly. savagely in 1980, the bloodiest ever election.
Oh,
Mr. Siaga JLP led the JLP to 51 seats, and we had 9. And God Almighty, that 9 was vibrancy. We won the election in 1989. We walked away from the parliament for 6 years and took to the street. Mark Golding, somebody better try because me now stop. Me the next leg of the thing now is that we must overthrow Mark Golding. And we want to do between now and February next year. Overthrow him. We kind of serve no purpose. The man is a rapist.
Lord
He's a
God, Liz,
faker.
Liz, be careful.
Sandra was
When
only
you
17 years old. It
when
is
you
a
look when you look at the additional persons that joined the parliament, I mean the parliament just look kinda me no know. It just look
me
it
no
just
know.
look
Me
like a
no
bunch
know.
of
That is a good term. Me no know. I saw it look for true.
it's just
Me
a
no
bunch of, it's just a bunch of people that then all of this in parliament, then bunting then take up these little rice riffraff and now put them in this seat them, but after then sabotage them. And in our parliament they end up now on their face.
Lord have mercy.
And you know,
it's time to stop.
So,
Even Bunting and Dayton, who's been there before, look like two teeth in our parliament. How them face look so?
then
I am
hold on, you
wondering.
know, make over the Senate now. Can you tell me why them did not send home Lambert?
I
Lambert,
want somebody to harass,
Lambert.
I want somebody disruptive and harass and will harass the government so they keep him,
No
I
man,
suppose.
them have whole heap of option, man. Lambert in time, man, he can go on now.
But them needed somebody that was
I
disruptive.
agree
And
with
that's
you.
it.
I
Eh.
agree with
Lambert reach
you.
a point
Raymond
now
should have
where he's starting to look ridiculous. All he does is disrupt. He can't even pay attention to a good sitting at the Senate because all him do is make pay nice.
Raymond should have been named.
The Raymond should have been a senator, but maybe the problem with Raymond is
They
that
like
him,
Union man to name Arthur.
yeah,
Arthur
he
should
could
have
be.
been named, but Golding and
Who?
no other people left.
Who?
A young man in the NW, we forget with a Valentine named Arthur. I remember my last name. Him
Oh.
should have been named. A young you want a union man back in the Senate. It is ridiculous, really ridiculous. Something must happen. Get rid of Mark Golding, because Mark Golding is useless. Jungle mash up. Big Stone want to help. Big Stone have 9, stage 9. Him come back TVG up. Pan
Then I help him
TVG
with you.
this
And
week.
as a businessman, I help him.
Stage 9 hour.
Jungle mash up.
Liz, which boy ever your stage 9 of cancer? What happened to you?
Jungle mash
I send the clip come down. Him say it on TV news. I send the clip come down.
Why him
Big
talking?
Stone. Yeah, him the on TV. Him in a bed. Him need help. Him
Stage
need
9
help to
cancer.
go through.
Stage 9 cancer.
Liz, send the clip come give me
Yeah.
because I don't know about no stage 9
Me tell
cancer.
it. Me tell it come. Me send it come tonight.
All
And
right, I'm
him
going
say
to watch
so.
it. I'm
And him in
going
a still. Them tape him in bed. Him lay down in bed. But him want help. Financial help.
So him say stage 9.
Yeah.
They come and teach and say stage four. Listen to behave
Because me tell it
yourself.
come to the whole round. Me tell it come to the whole round.
Wickedness in the fire for tonight. Jesus,
Then,
Father.
all right, Norman Scott. Mark Golding name him a vice president again. He should resign. Him should be in nowhere in the public space. Him beat up the woman, the PD worker down at St. Elizabeth. Down her father. Him their court.
Thump down Upa,
Norman Scott,
Father.
the girl, the
Oh,
JLP indoor agent father, and rough push she out of the way. Him their court, him get charged, him charged for 2 and him have Mark Golding. We are going Norman Scott as vice president.
but
Him a stillbirth.
nobody no vote for them, no delegate no vote for them.
No, him a stillbirth. Him a stillbirth. Says him Mark Golding a reduce the great People's National Party 87 years old. Him a reduce it to ridicule in the Caribbean and what have you. Mark Golding to go on. Where you go with Norman Scott should resign as mayor. Him should resign as everything. If them people in the parliament are in the public space and represent nobody, no constituent, no nothing. And the young lady where in did harass for sex and should go over to the JP and win a council seat. That little girl, that council girl, they must have laughed. No, I may agree with her laugh. Norman Scott should resign. Oh, you must go near a man like Norman Scott, vice president of the great PMP.
Liz,
Where am I go? Where am I
Liz,
for offer?
Liz, when you say allegedly when you not talk over here.
Yeah, allegedly. But that's true. The young lady I couldn't take him so she got JP and win the council seat.
All right.
In a St. Catherine Parish Council. Yeah, man. Where you go with them baggage? Them their baggage where you must scrape up in
Well,
a
I
shovel
think
and carry them down a river town.
I think it's good that we promote democracy because how me see
Yes.
them come in with vice president. I mean, it's like say boy, I mean I know how all the
Government
delegates
plantation.
them that are paying for their membership and group and them something. Them not feel away like what they can participate in any democracy.
Of course, and most. That's why I stop pay. Me not pay until him gone. Oh, you must have pay your money, pay for your group, pay for your membership, and this man come and dictate to you, dictate to you. This piece of white trash, a dictate to tell you. No delegate voting, no nothing. Him just name who him want. I want go so. I don't PMP that. No man, let's go for box him down.
Which when
And
Norman
that
oh
man.
please.
Now man little phone that's over for box him down and run him out of PNP. And at that, but
No.
at that road, I'm in the pan. And as I say, congratulations, ladies, for saving our sovereignty. And Prime Minister, Willis must honor upon when he commander class
He was there.
public. Yes, public service in the field of politics. He must give not just the invitation to him swearing in, he must send letter come to invite him to come get honors, National Heroes Day honors.
I wonder if the chat agree. Chat, make we know if we not agree. Lord gee. I want Wally for accolade that don't Karen. Go on one.
I think me deserve to be national hero. I think more than our colleagues.
Chest high, our chest high.
Yeah, man, he's one little humble server.
Where says you sound like Lawrence. Lawrence say I am a humble labor, right?
Yeah.
But they say
Humble
they
them
say
later,
Lawrence to get a
man.
Senate seat. Yeah, Lawrence no, I am a humble labor, right?
I'm a humble supporter of my MP.
Lord of mercy. All right. So a patriotism we are dealing with over here. So anyway, ladies, make we fix it up here. So and end the program because boy, we not going with a whole heap of things over here tonight, you know. People them in the chat just say no, so over here hot tonight.
Oh man,
War
we
room,
have plenty things to talk about, man. We have to go cover everything now.
war room,
Yes, we did. Yeah. Well,
war room.
it's the war room. So what do you expect, right?
When the war room come on, the war room have whole heap of things to talk about. Whole
Somebody
heap of
asked
things.
his Collins MP, that is Andrew Holness,
All kind
DB.
of stray bullet. Lord Jesus. I will not get licked.
And Dr. Dawson, talking about when was talking about seeking relevance, talking about him shadowing Mr. Tufton. Mr. Tufton is very elusive. Oh, he was talking about the thing with the IC, like he was a damn idiot or something. For a man with so much education and so tall, him certainly
Mm.
is an idiot.
Uh,
But everything that's happening to them is as a result of how they expected to be government, and
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it never happened. So everything that's happening to them is that shock. That shock still running through them brain, and them body
And
is still not functioning properly. So
I
them
know
out
them
there.
have responsibility that they never wanted and they know no power.
But I don't think nobody appear them no mind, cause look here. The minister health are doing work. Tufton on no time for that.
Yeah, but you see, when I talk about the IC thing, is stupidness, foolishness, because the IC did not say Mr. Tufton commit any crime. And I,
Matter
for
of
one,
fact,
go on,
if
Michelle.
I may, if I may just interrupt you. As a matter of fact, when named Stevenson, the director of investigation, Kevin Stevenson, he made it clear that Tufton is not, when it comes to the conflict of interest, he made it clear that there is no evidence whatsoever that Tufton had benefited from the awarding of the contract. All he said that Tufton did was to tell his, I don't know who, technocrat or somebody, that there is this program, him like it. He let them know, first of all, say, I like it. and introduced them to the program, and then they took it from there, right? Now, um, now that was what he said he did, and he said, well, that could have influenced the decision that they made, but they found no evidence that he interfered, and he benefited for not getting the money out of it, right?
So what? So what if it influences him? He's a minister. So what if
Yeah,
it influences him? He's a minister and government program that he's responsible for must go on. And if it
yeah,
fails, it will fall at his feet that he failed.
and
And as
and it
long as he
also,
don't break the law, as long as he doesn't break the law, so even if I'm asleep with a young woman, or even if I'm friend and company them, if they can do the job, why not?
and the job was done. I
And the
mean,
job
they
was
were all
well
over the
done.
place. It's not
The
like
job
then she
was
got the
well
money and
done.
she never did the work.
Yeah. She not get the money and not do no work. And him never interfere in the process of her getting the work either. Him simply
But I
say
think
him
I
like
heard,
it.
I think I heard them saying something stupid about him should have declared the relationship. Why? That is not how it
But
goes. My understanding of how
yeah,
that
you know, me
works.
see the article, I didn't even look at it. From me see the headline, I don't look on it. Come in know
My
what kind of
understanding
foolish
of
sister.
how that works is that if he is going to benefit from it personally, he needed to inform the government that he has an interest in market me, right? And that is going to be applying for a position. That is my understanding. It's not if for them sister and cousin or auntie. When need to go tell him say auntie, you know, have nothing to do with it. The decision making. That's other people that were making the decision. Him simply said that he liked the program. So if then they go and get the tender, all right, and anybody come up with a program that is not like it, where him don't like, and that the decision they were going to make anyway.
Mm.
So um, so of course, a conflict of interest is a corruption charge, and there was no recommendation that he should have been charged for no referral to the
Say that
director of
like
corruption
say that
prosecution
in
active
writing.
that he should
Mm.
be charged for conflict of interest. So there's no question about it. They are satisfied that he never, there's nothing wrong except for those things that were wrong. And then he made recommendation as to what the permanent secretary should do whenever somebody come with this unsolicited proposal. That was it, you know. This is what
Mm.
you should do. And that's it. So I don't know what I'm gonna took it on a run go and a go on with, and the IC never found
Does man
any.
cause wanted the car in the office.
Well, him is
Does
an idiot.
does
I
look
him should
stressed
have.
out and him not start work yet. Lord jeez.
No, but him is an idiot. Go talk about the government pay $31 million for one drill. With him all
Yeah,
lying. So him supposed to know
yeah.
say him not talk the truth. And if him never know him not talking the truth, then him is an idiot. Him can pick which one him prefer. Either to be considered a liar or an imbecile. Pick which one him prefer.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you so much for joining. Everybody, I see
Before
them
you leave,
enjoy.
before you leave, I would
Yeah.
like to make sure that the viewers and subscribers know that Patricia Rutledge, Mrs. Bucket, has died, and there will
Mm.
be no more gossip coming from keeping up appearances.
Okay. Lord jeez. All right, Liz. It was good having you. I hope you come back again, even though you can't talk about stage 9 cancer and then sitting there.
Yeah,
All
foolish
right,
thing.
just go search. Just go search. I
In other
see
words,
that clip. It was
Mrs.
good news.
All right.
Mrs.
And
Neal is saying that it is
he
very,
said
very bad.
but he need help. He desperately need help financially.
Okay, all right. Well, we wish that anybody who can help Big Stone by either blood donation, because they need blood for true, or financially can reach out and help him. Because no matter the diagnosis, nobody should be
We're gonna say that thing. Go give, go give
Big Stone.
big stone. We're gonna say that
Yes,
thing to big stone.
nobody should suffer
That's that
um during their illness. All right,
thing.
ladies. Well, thank you again.
Yeah,
And
man.
it's
Good
been
night.
great. We'll catch up again. Have a good night, everybody. Big up
Good
yourself.
night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Yeah, big up the chat. Guys, make sure you subscribe to all of us for more. Love music. Big up yourself. Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
All right.
Yeah, man.